What's up, guys? Welcome to step 3. This is where you're going to apply your margins. If you entered a number in the little in-between window, you'll see those markups applied here already. So I put in 20% margin or 25% markup, depending on what math you're using. And you'll see that every single cost type is listed here that you've put in the system. So I've elected to use these 4 cost types in this estimate, and each one of them are marked up 25%. Over here on the right, those markups have been applied. If I want to see what the base prices were before markup, I can actually just hover over it and a little tooltip will pop up and it'll show you what the base price was and the percentages and the markup in dollars. If I need to edit it, I simply just click one of these edit buttons and it drives me back to step 2. If it's for price, hover here, click edit, and you're back into editing the price. Just click back. Make sure you click show all, because the way that edit button works, it like isolates the thing you're looking for. So click show all so you can bring everything back. Now, back to step 3. If I want to mark up different cost types, I can do that. And there's a whole lot of reasons why, and you should do some research if you are just marking up, like blanket marking up things as a general. There's a lot of utility in that. But basically, let's say I want to mark up in-house labor like 85%, because that's an expensive cost. And so I can mark that up specifically 85%. But if I want to mark up, let's say materials not provided by GC, that needs to be 0, because I'm not marking up stuff that I'm not buying. So I can edit that one. So there's a lot of utility in being able to adjust markups across different cost types and not just one blanket markup. Down here on the left-hand side of the selector panel, I have basically what your actual projected margin is, because as you adjust your cost type markups, you're going to adjust your overall project margin. You have your target margin, which you can edit at any point. You can either edit it and just keep it as a comparison or reset everything. And then down here, you're going to see your total base price for the project, the total markup in dollars. So that would be your projected gross profit. And then your total markup, total price with markup. Now, this little pie down here, if you hover over, if you don't know what a job mixture is, it's actually really helpful to understand what a job mix breakdown is, because your company is built with certain expenses inside of it. You might be a cabinet shop with rent for cabinet building space, or you might be a GC where most of your expenses labor and maybe a little bit of office rent, something like that. Your company requires a certain type of job mixture to get your overhead covered, right? If you're a GC with a lot of labor, every project needs to have a certain amount of labor in it over a certain amount of time so that you can make your pay your bills. If you're interested in this, I highly recommend just taking a look at it. All right, that's it. That's step 3. Next, just click the next button and you'll head over to step 4.